Hello everyone, my name is The Pie, and today I'm gonna flex. Now, as all, of course, it's very fun for you to watch a person in a better spot in life flex how their spot is a lot better. But I'm gonna be honest, today what I'm gonna be flexing is extremely nerdy, my custom-made scenarios. Now, I forgot how many there were, but you know what, let's just jump right in. Now, the first one, I think I went a little crazy making this one. Now, this is the free as a bird scenario, or my predictions for the year 2042. Now, you might be saying, Viper, what happened to Russia? Now, you have to remember that the time that I made this was I forgot specifically when, but it was like a while ago. So, I was not really thinking in like the best headspace. But it's not that the map is bad. Now here we start, and there's a lot of lore. I even plan on making like a document explaining like a little border changes, like why is Crimea a republic, like, you know, everything little. We're gonna start with this. Now all of these, let's just start from the least crazy to the most crazy. Now so this is a fictional scenario which I didn't think was real, so I thought Ireland, I was like, you know what would be cool if Ireland would got taken over. So Ireland got taken over. The next thing I thought is Greenland, Iceland, and Svalbard are gonna be free countries, which are gonna be pretty OP because global warming is gonna get to a point where people are gonna be feeling like oil and valuable resources. A lot of people are gonna move there, and since those places wanted independence, they got independence. Svalbard, including Svalbard, is a rich island. The GDP is not saying that, but they have like a lot of events that I gave them for them to have more, like, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, now you might be saying, hey, Sweden, you look good. No, Swedish neo-Nazis. Now this is one of the most painful parts I have ever done in making of H2 because I made this revolt or rebellion, this Nazi rebellion, have a legit 50-50 chance of winning or losing against Sweden. I pre-planned these fucking borders. This all should be 50-50. The capital gets set to Kazakhstan and Sweden becomes a big fascist power which is going to take over the world. And we have another one, Serbia. Serbia, as you can see, has fought a Balkans war and won, and Greece is helping it. Now, Balkans, if I remember, they're in alliance to stop Serbia, and Turkey is gonna fight a war with Greece. I think they're gonna get independent, which I also coded, they're also part of the Balkan alliance, which means that all of them are which means if you're playing as Serbia or Greece, y'all are really gonna have to fight to, you know, survive. Zurich and Geneva controlled areas is just Switzerland becoming even more democratic. They had a law which basically made these areas controlled by more specific people. So they just go ultra democratic. There's like no fucking stance against it. They're ultra democratic. If you want to have like a democratic takeover, you can just, I don't know. Benelux united because the world needed Benelux, because the world is getting crazy, because Russia fucking exploded. Now let's start with this. All these little states, yeah, I made them individually, okay? All these little states are little parts, which I have given their little flags and backstories. Now, if you, let's just join as this little nation, okay? Let's just join in as them, right? If you join in as them, you have to think to form a Russo Federation, which is gonna form the internal Russia. And from that, you can form Russia. I forgot that pronounce. I don't care. The all of Russia, which is quite interesting and it's quite fun to play as one of these nations expand all of this. Try to secure borders against from like Volga River Republic or St. Petersburg or wait a minute, Novgorod. But St. Petersburg has a cool flag I gave them. They're like really like liberal there, which is kind of cool. And so anyways, Russia has basically collapsed into multiple parts. Siberia is one of them, but Siberia has like a couple of little native places which have exploded from it. Now Mongolia has one of the most kind of cool things I've made. I made them to have like events to get back the Mongolian Empire, which is kind of sick. And I know most of Mongolian Empire was like in here, but you know, don't ask my luck. Okay? This took a while, okay? But there's also all of these places are free, and you know, I don't know how I have a lot of formables here. And everybody's saying, hey, why the fuck is this thing called the Orientalis existing? Well, after Ukraine won their war and got their sovereignty back, and Crimea, we're gonna get that, all of Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Ukraine signed the Alliance Act and wanted to become like one big country, because like together Latvia is not gonna fight off one, and Ukraine barely fought off Russia, although a lot of Russians died. Now they together peacefully made a coup in Belarus, which agreed making the Orientalis, which I remember was something in Latin, but they're like super, like the America of this world. They're trying to keep peace, but it's kind of hard in a fascist Sweden having an event to ally Serbia and Greece, which are gonna try to take over more and more land. event. I don't have really no events added really here. I'm sorry for all my bros who love this, but I don't have events here, sorry. Oh yeah, Italy. Italy had a communist revolution in the south, and northern one had a lot of instability, so a lot of little city-states popped up free. So there's a battle between the north and the south. Which one is better? And yes, the Pope is free, who I think can form Rome. So I really wanted to just like be like a fun little event. Now, fun little event pack. Now, there's a lot more like countries here. Volga Republic is also pretty interesting. You can also try to stay democratic or become evil. I mean, St. Petersburg is like a really liberal state. Finland is OP and big, although Norway took this land from them. Karelia exists, which is pretty cool, and Prussia is a vassal of Poland. Now, I think this is like a really cool scenario that I've made. Oh yeah, Spain and Portugal. So Catalonia revolted and Portugal joined, and Spain lost a lot of land. Now, one of the most interesting things for Spain, they have an event where it says go back to feudalism, where Spain crops up in little vassals, and that gives them like a big bonus. You may say, isn't feudalism like a really fucking backward system by this time? Yes, I know, but I don't care. It's a cool idea, okay? Shut up. It's because at that time I was learning about feudalism in school, and I was like, I kind of want to do that, you know? So yeah, this is my pretty epic mega scenario. Oh wait, is this also owned by Svalbard? Oh yeah, 5 province. Oh yeah, they own all of these. Oh, okay. And yeah, this is pretty cool. This has a lot of events. Portugal was the first place which I gave a lot of events to, which they still have to this day. A lot of events. It's a really cool scenario. I put a lot of time, and it has a lot of events, which is the hardest part of any scenario. But anyways, let's go to the next one. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of proud for this next one. The Piper, last Piper map, which was supposed to be crazy. Now, if you don't know Piper lore, probably gonna make a video explaining it, but Piperland, which is me basically, I dropped a giant fucking nuke in the middle of Turkey, which caused a nuclear, you know, like stuff like that. And this is what it has left to the world. Now, it really easily splits in like flat terrain and stuff like that. And there's mostly flat terrain, ignore some mistakes, which are not technically flat, but I don't care. A lot of flat terrain. It goes really well into really big cold and really heat, so it has gotten as far as it can really go. Now you might be saying, Piper, what the fuck am I looking at? Now the last Piperland state has remained here because a lot of countries declared war. It also had a lot of internal struggles, and it collapsed. And it has a nice democratic flag, but of course Rimmel degree is gonna bring them back. A lot of territory that you could say, isn't this Finland? No, this is Stavistans, because in Piper lore this is Stavistans. Also the old nation of Estonia, you know, a lot of like stuff like that. There, I'm gonna be honest, this may not have the events, but it has a really cool event that I have made, which is gonna make the game some more fun. It may not have the events, but it has like the Age of History 2 feel. Like, in my opinion, the fun thing about Age of History 2 is about having every nation that you play ability to grow. Krakow can go to the Baltic Sea. Piperland needs to retake what it's lost. Fucking China needs to stabilize what it has. Woo! Japan needs to kick out of Korea, you know? There's so many things. And like, one of the coolest places that I think I've made ever in my Age of History 2 career is this place right here. Now, this place is known for like having really high elevation. And I thought, what if it would be cool if there were like a couple of people stuck here and they have their own society. So their language, and this has, by the way, gone on for 100 years. So their language has changed. So what I did here, and it's kind of hard to see, but I literally hit my keyboard and like it wrote out all the lists. So all this things doesn't make sense. Nom on a and and that's the most noticeable one. But all these places have like stuff to like do and grow, and this is legit one of my coolest scenarios. I am really proud of that one. Africa was the place where I gave the least thought, because in my Piperland series you didn't really see a lot of Africa, so I just, you know, I was like, you know, let's just go crazy a little. And in Africa also the virus or the sickness also spreads by water. Oh boy, the Nile really dragged them down here. Ethiopia exists, but every nation has like an ability to grow, which is really cool. Now it's just fun. Now here's the coolest part. And I don't remember, was it 10 or 50 years, some of this virus, some of this dead wasteland recedes and becomes into good wasteland. And as a nation, you should grab that up, because y'all don't have a lot of space. Europe is dead. The Balkans are gone. Well, it's gone. Anyways, the Balkans are gone, okay? They're gone. Turkey, what's a Turk? And I think into the game with this, so this was the province they exactly dropped a nuke on, and it's pretty good to like spread everywhere as it could. But yeah, it like destroyed so many civilizations in a school, and you still have all this. Iceland is now actual Iceland. Here's ice, here's land, Iceland. And there are so many more cool things, like in my Piperland series, I had a nation called Nova Ukraina, I think it was called, because which was gained by for Ukrainian territory. And since Ukraine was really close proximity, a lot of Ukrainian refugees flooded to Kavostani, which is a big British nation. And there is Nova Ukraina, that part. So they all fled there, and now they're gonna have a little civilization. And now, what would be a really cool idea was for you to try to take over, and like it's like really cool. And by the way, this is the British of my universe, Katuveluani, and they have also fallen apart, but they're like the one of the strongest nations that have existed. Germanics is a place where there are more smaller microstates united in like an alliance. Like there's so many things that like refer to back my original, like Geet. What the fuck is a Geet? Geet is a prominent vassal in a Piper line. I'm explaining the lore someday, so y'all know. So many things to say, so many things to add, and like such a cool scenario that I've made. India would be a fun part. Tibet would, Nepal. All of this would be like really fun to play, and like genuinely one of my best scenarios. I would have so much fun making this. Luwu is big. Really one of the best Piper scenarios, and yeah, just one of my greats, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly check, do I have anything else that I'm forgetting? Well, I mean, I don't have all of it, but I have a couple ones that I once tried making. Now, this one was called Gorbachev's Russia, which was if Soviet Union, why does this have Gorbachev? What if Gorbachev's ideas succeeded? What if he kept Soviet Union? So that would mean that like a lot of Estonia, Latvia are like communist countries, and they're like a vassal instead of being owned. And like countries here have like a lot more ability to rule, you know, and stuff like that, you know? That was one of the scenarios that I wanted to work on, but I never really finished it because I got lazy. Sorry, guys. But yeah, why is this just wrong? Prince Paul should not be here. Anyways, Albania, I guess, doesn't exist. But yeah, this is like one of the what if scenarios that I never finished, which is kind of sad because it had like a good idea, in my opinion. It had a good idea. I mean, I have other wacky ones that I've made, like Only Island, which is every nation on Only Island. This legit has no meaning. Australia is an island, and yeah, I mean, all the nations that had islands that exist now, and Estonia exists. Fuck, okay? Fuck. That's not fun. So many like weird, I mean, Svalbard is free. There's like, okay, there's like this Queen's Elizabeth Islands. From how I checked, these were called, but I'm now kind of down in that. Newfoundland, which is Newfoundland. Like, I mean, pretty meh scenario, to be honest. And Puerto Rico is independent, but I mean, America has only two. These are not correct. Fuck. Bruh. Piper is an idiot. Okay. Well, nothing. What can I say? I mean, yeah, this is kind of a boring scenario. And also, I have a scenario to show which was made before the Piperland, the one that I showed you, the fall. So this is called the Fallout. Now, this was Piperland at its peak, let's just say. Holy fuck, is this a big empire. Now, as I told you, Geets was the main character. There's a lot of nations not conquered here. Ryzan and the like, alliances with multiple we have fallen out, but it's pretty boring to play, to be honest. Senegal is not where Senegal's... Oh, no, it is Senegal, I'm sorry. There's a lot of, like, things that I've made here, which are... I mean, I guess they're cool, but, like, they're not, like, fun to play. All these nations are big, except for Europe, I guess. And there's a lot of, like, cool things that I kind of had an idea. Ah, fuck, I don't have that. Fuck. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, this is after, like, Piperland, like, you know, I mean, yeah, it's Piperland at peak. What can I really add? And I think that is everything. That is everything in all of the scenarios that I've ever made. I think I'm pretty proud of every scenario I've ever made. They're all really good quality. And, I want to share, what type of scenarios have you made? I kind of want to hear. Anyways, if you like these little rambling videos, like and subscribe, and hope you have a great freaking day. Goodbye. Not gonna start again with